Here we are, Bahia Honda State Park. This drive-in, fantastic, wow. Oh yeah. I just love these old train trestles and train bridges. And this one here is part of the old Flagler Railroad. Hello folks, welcome back to the channel, All Wonky Vids, Ant here with you, and today we are in Bahia Honda State Park, here in the Floirda Keys in Florida. Now I've been here for a few days and I've just been enjoying the place, but you know, let me take you guys on a little excursion and show you what it has to offer. Why don't you come along with me? Here we are coming up on the Bahia Honda Sand and Sea Nature Center. Right next to the main beach and parking area here in the day use part of the Bahia Honda State Park. And this little placard here, this little billboard here, has a bunch of different information on some of the animals you can see, some of the wildlife here in the park, as well as a little scavenger hunt thing and things to do in Bahia Honda State Park. And if you're wondering about the tide charts, they have it right here too. Yeah, and this is the little sand mural here. Bahia F. Fondi. No, that's actually Bahia Honda, but as you can see, the rain or something took away some of those letters, must just fall off, and it is sand. And here's a little information on that if you want to take a look at that. And over here at the Nature Center, not only are there no lifeguards and you're swimming at your own risk, but there are also no restrooms on this side. That outhouse you would think would be a restroom, but it's not. The restrooms are back that way where you park. But yeah, this little nature area has some additional picnic tables right there. And also some picnic shelters too. Yeah, see, that's just a storage unit. I would think it was an outhouse, but it's not. But yeah, and no grilling on the beach. But, I mean, you do have grills right here at these little picnic shelter places. So, that one's ADA. That's always nice for things to be accessible. And if you were, you know, using one of these shelters, I don't know if you have to rent them or reserve them or not, that has a number on it. But then you almost kind of get your own little beach over here. That's nice, right? Right? Oh yeah, as you can see, that current is moving pretty fast there underneath the bridge. That's why there's no swimming allowed in this area. They'll drag you right out to the Atlantic there. Now this here, the Bahia Honda Railroad Bridge, it was built by Henry Flagler, one of the richest men in America in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it was opened in 1912. And this was part of the railway that went all the way from the Miami area down to Key West, one of Henry Flagler's last ambitious business products. But yeah, that's some history on the bridge here, and we're just going to take a look at it. And there is the upper portion of that walkway to the bridge that you can access. So let's go take a look at the views from up there. Now there is a bit of an incline to the hill, the pathway, going up to the railroad bridge, but you do get some nice views looking over the water here. You do get some amazing views up here at the top of the bridge access, although you really don't get to see a lot of the bridge. But yeah, this is just the walkway to the top of the old Flagler Railroad Bridge here at Bahia Honda State Park. And there's a good look at the state park there for you. Here in the early morning, no one's out here yet. From the bridge outlook here, you do get a good look at the beaches that you can go to here. This one's on the Atlantic side of the park. And then you can just go across. And down here, this would be considered the Gulf side of the park. That's US Route 1 right there. US Highway 1. And some little small islands here that are part of the Keys. But that is the Gulf side, because you're looking at Florida. And a nice view of this beach down here is a little sectioned off swimming area. That's really nice that a lot of the families hang out at. Well, there's a little sitting bench here on the pathway up to the bridge lookout. And the walk up is only like 5 minutes, so it is kind of a steep incline. And it's not like it's just like a dirt gravel pathway, so it's not like a hard surface. But I mean, you know, it's pretty flat. But yeah, I mean, if you just want an overlook of the area, then I would say, yeah, take this little scenic view up to the bridge here. But if you actually want to look at the bridge, stay down below in that area, because then you can get some really pretty shots of the bridge down there, as you saw. Oh wow, and on the Atlantic side of the beach, there's a ton of seagrass that's been piled up here. I mean, I was just in the water here the other day, and there was no seagrass. And here, about a day later, it's full of it. But then that's why at least there's that Gulf side, which didn't look like it had too much on it. These are the restrooms in the day use area here at the park. You have about 4 different bathrooms here. And they're lock-in and just self-contained, so it's not like you're going in there and like there's going to be a group of people. These are individual restrooms, unisex. And also little outdoor showers there. And the little changing rooms. And this is in the day use area. Oh yeah, and as we come along this parking lot, this is one reason why, if you have a chance to actually stay or camp at any of these state parks, you get to use the facilities or explore the area right as soon as like the sun comes up, or even a little bit before. And so you get to explore the park and utilize its amenities or whatever. Well, except those bathrooms were closed. I think they keep the bathrooms closed until later. But you get to use everything else and explore the park when there's like no one else in it. So seriously, if you can stay at one of these parks here, like their campgrounds, I definitely recommend it. And that's an all wonky pro tip for you. You're welcome. Here is the marina at the Bahia Honda State Park, and over there you can actually camp with your boat and have it there and stay docked at this park if you want. And that there is the dive shop, dock master, and snack bar. Alright folks, so I actually am camping here at the park for my stay in the Keys. So let's go take a look at the campgrounds here at Bahia Honda State Park. As in, we're coming into the campgrounds, you do have to enter a gate code. Voila. And you can go in. Don't share the gate code with non-campers is what the sign says. Well, then here we come into the Buttonwood campground area, and these are really good if you have an RV or something like that. There's quite a few spots that can fit a good size rig in here. And if you want to see more of the Buttonwood campground, then one of my suggestions that I was just is Living Our Dreams Now, another YouTuber. He actually does a great job of showing campsites all over the place. And he actually has a good video here for Bahia Honda State Park, and one of the reasons I came here in the first place. But yeah, all these campsites over here have both water and electric, but no no dump stuff, but they do have a dump station here by the bathhouse. And here's a look at one of the campsites here in the Buttonwood area. So you can fit a decent sized rig in here, probably something about 20 feet or so. And then you have water, and then this right here would be your electricity box. So if you know what you're using these for, you see it there. And when camping here, you do have access to this bathhouse here, which has like 4 restrooms, all unisex, one person only restrooms, and then also a shower area. So, and I took a shower last night and it was nice. The water is very warm, as well as a dishwashing station over here. So you can just use that instead of putting water into your own gray tanks if you have a rig setup or something like that. And plus just do your dishes over there. And the dumpsters for the campsite and the camperola. Yeah, even if you're staying in the tent only area, which we're about to see, you still have access to this bathhouse here, and they have the restroom only parking right there. So it's very convenient. Okay, and it's this little turn right here where you see the Bayside Campground and Cabin sign. This is the road to the area where I'm staying, which is the tent only sites, and also the cabins if you choose to stay at the cabins here. Now to my left here, there's a little parking area where you can go utilize this spot over here, which is really nice for sunset views. Hold on, let me show you that. Yeah, this little spot right here, this little parking area has some great views of the bridge here. Some great sunset views from this spot right here, because the sun's set right where that span opens up. And if you do plan on staying at the tent only campsites or the cabins, you do have to come through this low clearance area. We're going over the Bahia Honda road bridge, the US 1, and the clearance is only 6 foot 8 inches. So if you have anything over that, you're not going to make it under here. So just be wary of that if you come out to this area. And then we come right under the bridge and we pop out to the other side, which is still part of the Bahia Honda State Park with the cabins and the tent only, the Bayside campsites. And this part is the cabins of the Bahia Honda State Park, so you can rent these out, and they have their own bathrooms and kitchens and everything. They're pretty nice. I haven't gone in there or anything, but yeah, they do look pretty nice. And you can see they have a deck overlooking this nice little bay right here, which there is no swimming in this area because it's all rocky. It gets real deep, and there might be some like sharks or something in there from what I hear. But you can launch your kayak out here if you're staying in one of these sites, the tent spots. The tent only sites do have their own little bathroom here. These are flush toilets, and also that sink there is the dishwashing area. But there are no showers here. You'd have to go use that bathhouse. But at least they do have clean, really nice flush toilets here, right there. And that's right next to the tent only sites over here. Okay, and here's my little campsite here. Site 77 here, the tent only sites. Now these are tent only. I mean, they wouldn't mind if you had a little small rig, but mainly just a tent site only, because there is no electricity here. You do get little grills though, and also access to fresh water, fresh clean water that you can use for cooking or drinking even. And yeah, that's my little screen tent around the picnic table. And that tent's really just for show right now, because I mean, as you all know, I sleep in the camperola here. We've been all over this country with. I'll make sure to put a link to that if you want to see my bed set up in the camperola. But yeah, definitely if you're coming here, I would say bring a good pad or something, or even have like a little cot thing, because you are right on this rocky stuff here. So it's somewhat level, but definitely have some sort of air pad or mattress or something, because it's pretty pokey if you don't. But yeah, this is the tent only campsite area, and I want to go to the last campsite here and see if there's anyone there or not to show you that. Yeah, this site 80 right here is the spot. Had I known, when I looked online, this was already reserved, but I didn't even see anyone here last night. But yeah, you're right on the water right here. It is a little smelly because you're right by the mangroves and stuff, so you do smell like, you know, the the fresh water, salt water smells. But yeah, if you're here at this site, you're right on here on the water. Like, you get to look right out over the water. So if you had your setup here and put your tent up, this would be your view. I mean, that's pretty cool. Ooh, it is kind of smelly right now. It might be all that seagrass and other dead stuff there. But yeah, beautiful view. Another cool thing about being right in this bay is all the wildlife that's like right next to where you're camping. This little snow egret here. Beautiful. Okay, folks, so that's a look at the Bahia Honda State Park, as well as the 2 different campgrounds here. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and give me a subscribe if you haven't already, so you can come along on more adventures with me. So if you're coming down to the Keys and you enjoy camping and like a nice spot with some history and also just these great amenities and also some great swimming here in the waters, then you know what I say. Bahia Honda State Park, 100% recommend. So I'd like to thank you for coming along with me. Always appreciate, and make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for more adventures. Peace.